Anyway, I got kicked out of a feminist space on TikTok. Oh God, he's back in there doing the lives with them and that, having a bit of debate with the feminists. Poor man's podcast and all that. Let's have a look.
So in the Western Hemisphere, or in the Western world, right, like in the Western civilizations, right, we understand that we're ruled underneath the patriarchy. So that's kind of what we're talking about,
yes,
right?
but the whole point is, if women were so much better, then they wouldn't have to be ruled under the patriarchy.
Right. So men.
I'm getting cooked.
Damn.
And I
just ignored.
I was just trying to join the discussion, but it actually, I mean, I don't even know if there's any ground to be made here. I seen the thing that said women don't need men, and that's just...
It's ridiculous.
Are you going to get really sensitive and not be able
Oh, come on, love, man. It seems like they've all been affected.
to talk about it? Do you need a minute? We can give you a minute.
Women play rugby. We don't need you.
I know. I used to play rugby. Yeah, women do play rugby.
I know.
And it's...
But we don't need you.
What did that have to do with anything?
It doesn't have anything to do with it.
That doesn't make any
And
sense.
getting lifted by your trousers hurts way worse as a woman, just saying.
Yeah, but what point are you trying to make?
Yeah, what does that mean? What does that have to do with women not needing men? We need each other. We need each other.
Oh, because you're going to say that you don't need men, or you need...
Women rights are humans' rights. Abortion is healthcare. Women don't need men. Red pillars are weak, sad. Body count only matters to weak men. Stop proving us right, or don't. What did Pedro Pascal say? I would like women to externalize their rage and save us with it. Kick everyone's asses. World needs some whooping. Okay.
need men to like live or whatever, but I just want to point out that women play rugby just like we do.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
but this, yeah,
Anyways.
well,
That's
that
cool.
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make absolutely any sense. Fuck, it's still falling.
It doesn't have any correlation.
I don't care.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying.
It clearly shows that you don't care, my love. It shows.
I'm pointing out the
I
fact
don't
that it
give
doesn't
a
have
flying fuck.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
it
Do
shows.
you have a point you want to have a point you want to get to?
Yeah, well, I guess the point is women would absolutely need men. I don't know in what world women wouldn't need men. Men.
Why?
They need each other, my boy. It's just, it's simple. There's no point in arguing on either side. We both simply need each other. Like, what is this silly, ridiculous bullshit? We literally both need each other. What's the issue?
Men protect women from all of the harshness of
what?
of reality.
Of
and
reality.
What? Hold on. Like what?
Reality.
Like nature.
And also, like, I swear it's a lot of men that, like, work the oil rigs. I know that's a cliche one, but it is. They do, and that's important to the world. And, like, electric, mechanics, you know what I mean?
Oh, men
But
protect women from nature.
Because I'm assuming you're in
Yeah.
a world where, yeah, absolutely.
When you
Yeah.
Yeah.
walk around with like an umbrella just to make sure that like we are. Are you like, oh, I got you.
Yeah, so you can see the mindset of these women is like, it's actually quite sad, really.
Ask, can you
No,
protect
but
us
we
from
build your
tsunamis?
homes.
Headphones around.
Trish, hold
the
on.
thunder's too loud.
No, but we build your homes so you can get coverage from
Oh.
those things. Yeah.
Do you know who
Yeah.
built my home?
Wait,
Doesn't matter. I
Yeah.
don't have to know.
Hey,
I
you
know
built it.
statistically
You know what?
speaking, it's
That's
majority
fine.
men.
Yeah.
You built my
Well, I don't know.
house, and then I bought it.
Yeah,
then
but
I
you
said,
still
"When
needed the
I
men to
called
build
you,
it
when
and
I
set
Yeah.
up the systems and the payment systems for you to buy it. And you still need men to
You see, so it's like children. He's talking with children.
maintain it. Like, what are we talking about?
It's a
here?
pity, really.
Definitely not. Definitely
Absolutely
not. I
so,
don't need
yes.
a dude to
All of the
maintain my
maintenance, all of the
house.
plumbing, electricity is done
Bullshit.
predominantly by
I
men.
don't
Yeah.
know. Stop.
They muted him.
He's gish galloping.
They muted
Dude,
him.
I do the maintenance on my house.
Doesn't
myself.
matter. Doesn't matter. It was built by men.
It wasn't built by you though.
Doesn't have
Yeah,
to.
no, it doesn't have to be. See, this is where they've got an issue, because clearly they've got an issue with a man. Personally, they've got an issue with a man in their personal life. So it's reflecting. It shows.
Built by me.
Can you
Poor
build a
The
buggers.
house?
prompt isn't do women need
Can
me.
you
The
build
Can you
prompt
build
is
a
do
house?
women need men.
Can you build a house?
No, but the prompt isn't do
No,
women
of
need
course
me. The
not.
prompt is do
Of course
women
you
need
can't
men.
build a house.
Are you missing the point here? The prompt is the prompt is right there.
The
Yeah, they're so silly.
only point thus far is found atop your fucking dome. right?
No, the point
That's
that
where
I'm
the
making
point
is that men protect
the point
women
is
from
atop
nature.
your fucking dome. I'm talking. You don't talk over me. Come on. So seriously,
Grow up.
you're not
Stop
that
whining.
dude.
Stop whining.
You're not that fucking dude either. So
Yeah, Lana, these are children. It's dealing with kids.
Stop whining.
how the fuck are you gonna ride the backs of the better men that came before you?
Ma'am,
like,
it
you're
says
just
men,
using
not
the same
me.
tools we are, little fella.
They
It
keep
says
blocking
men,
him.
not
Doing the
me.
same shit we are. You're no better qualified to do any of this. But the difference between you and I
But they're missing the point. Then you've missed the point.
is that I'm teachable and I am understanding of a lot of things. I actually have the best engineering
Sure.
mind in my fucking family. So what the fuck are you yapping about?
I'm-
I do not need a man. I am fine.
Yeah. So you see, they've got it's a personal thing. It's a personal complex. So they're reflecting their personal issues and they're saying this is how society should be. No. You've got it wrong. Your personal situation is actually a tragedy. Do you understand what I'm saying? So these women, they've gone through tragic things, but what they're advocating for is even worse because they want to spread that misery. As we know, misery needs company. So that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it like women don't need men. No, we know that we need each other. You are a heartbroken person and it shows.
You, however, appear to really fucking need them.
Yeah.
Because you can't build a house.
Sure.
You can't repair a house.
Yeah. Just because
Don't
you mute
project
me
your
doesn't mean you're
weakness
making a
on me, little
point.
guy.
And I bet you rent.
Yeah, no, I own my home, but
Oh.
just I did need the guys to help to build it for me. Yeah, the prompt isn't do women need
Oh,
me.
then
The
you're-
prompt
then
is
you're-
do
then you're on
women
the
need
level-
men.
These lot are children.
Us.
Children.
Yeah, that's
You're
fine.
beta.
We all need each other in society. That's the whole point.
No,
Yeah, so
no,
you need to elevate to
men.
use those tools, buddy. You need to get on their level, because I did.
No,
You
because
need
I can.
men.
No, because
Say
I
it.
can
I want
out.
You see, so when they're talking in a sense like this, they're in fact talking only about their self. They're not talking about society or what society actually needs. They're talking about their own self. And so it's like-minded people who have entered their echo chamber, and this is them. This is what they do. It's sad, really.
Hear you
Sources to
say,
those
I
gentlemen
need
who.
Tragic. Something like a tragedy has hit them. I don't know what it is, but something bad has happened to these poor women.
Are willing to do the
stronger
Poor
job.
men.
But I
buggers.
wouldn't.
I'm a weak man.
No,
a weak
I'm
man,
not.
and
I'm
I
not a
need
weak
stronger
man.
men
But
than-
the
say
point
it.
that you're just
Excuse
trying
me,
to.
I'm going to need you to say I'm a weaker
You're just trying to
man,
use
and
shaming
I need
tactics and
strong-
mute me. This is
And then
Yeah.
I need
this is
stronger
this
men
is
to take care of it.
feminist BS. You're just trying to mute me and use shaming tactics.
Yeah.
Can
You're
I
not
ask
making a
this
point.
question
Just
real
loud.
quick?
You're
Yeah,
just loud.
it's 100% true. 100% true. Use shaming tactics, mute him and block him, and continue to like shame him personally, and miss the point. Completely miss the point, and obviously have no accountability.
What an
It's
angry.
quite sad.
Sure.
We're better at it.
But we're aware, we can see.
Sure, stop shaming. Make a
I have a
point.
question. Will you protect us from tsunamis?
Men build infrastructure that attempts to protect society from tsunamis. Yes.
Yeah.
From hurricanes too. The way people build buildings to protect from earthquakes. Absolutely.
She
All
must have
these
not
things,
known.
yes.
No.
So I
want you to-
think,
no, no,
so
I want
so I think she's getting it confused. She's thinking him personally, if he can save people from tsunamis. No, that's ridiculous. That's but one man. Collectively we can. Collectively we can put measures in to save society. Like, what are we doing here?
throw your body
I tell you what we're doing. We already know. We're wasting time. Disappointing again.
in front of me in
Yeah.
case of a tsunami.
Yeah, but protection isn't just throwing my body in
On
front of
his
you.
gravestone, it said,
It's building infrastructure. That's what protection
Built
is.
things. Love
they keep
hammer.
blocking him out.
Hammer hit hard. Men hard hammer hitters. Women need hammer hard hitters.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. In simple,
Exactly.
Yeah. In simple terms. Yeah.
Yeah, in simple terms. So if that's what it takes for you to understand it, yeah, all right. Put it in them terms, then yeah. But yeah, you did concede. Women do still need man with a hammer to hit heavy. Yeah,
Everything.
Yes. Absolutely.
only-
yeah,
Tool is a
true.
hammer.
She made the point though, so we got there in the end. It's fine.
Everything looks like a nail. So
You're
this,
making my
like,
point.
So,
Huh? And then she tried to switch it to when you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail. She's so silly. She's like really silly. I swear, again, I go back to what I said earlier. It's like dealing with children. It's like kids. These are immature. They're like immature. And that's why the others are staying silent, because they know.
Man goes down in history as hammer hitter.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. The hammer hitter that built society that allows you to be on the cell phone having this silly conversation. Yes.
Oh, hey,
Facts.
do you know who Hedy Lamarr is?
Oh, we're gonna talk
Oh, the Wi-Fi chick, is it? I think it's the only
about
one.
Wi-Fi and
Yeah.
silly.
Oh, so
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you are familiar with
that's
Hedy
a
Lamarr.
Yeah. Okay.
Session.
Yeah, but women didn't invent Wi-Fi. This is silly.
Yes, she did.
No, she
literally
didn't.
While several individuals and organizations contributed to the development of Wi-Fi, Vic Hayes is often credited as the father of Wi-Fi. He led the IEEE 802.11 working group that established the standards for Wi-Fi. Hedy Lamarr also made a significant contribution developing the frequency hopping technology, a key component of Wi-Fi, along with George Antheil.
No, she didn't. No, she
the
didn't.
wireless technology.
No, she didn't.
AI overviews are crazy.
Single jumping. Yes, she
Okay,
did.
and what's the point that you're making? You still need men to uphold everything. Even the innovation that came, the technology that she used to, even if that is true, make what she made came from men before
Do you know
her.
that a woman created the first home and
But all right, cool. We can say that man made this, woman made this, man. The point is still being missed. We need each other. That's basically what it's saying. That's all. You do need men, and men need women. That's it. If you think otherwise, something clearly tragic has happened to you. That's what I think. Down to you to think what you think, but that's what I think. People that say you don't need men or you don't need women. Something tragic has happened. You've been scarred by said man or woman, and now your vengeance and darkness is overspilling from your heart, and you want to share that darkness with the earth. No, thank you. No, thank you. Get off me. Don't touch me.
home security
Barge pole and binoculars.
system, and
Yeah,
a woman
okay,
created.
you're talking about you're talking about individual instances maybe that exist, and I'm not even gonna look them up because it doesn't
They
matter.
do exist.
99% of all innovation
Hold
comes
on
from
a
men.
second. Wait,
Calm
hold on a
down.
second.
The muting and then the shaming is the tactics of feminist bullshit.
Hold on a second.
Your argument is silly.
You're gonna minimize
down.
women's accomplishments, but then men get all
You're
the
minimizing
accolades for their
men's
fucking
accomplishments. That's
But
the
when
whole
women
prompt.
do something that
See, they're just
you
gonna
use
mute
on a
me.
daily basis,
They're
you're
not
gonna
really even
minimize
making
it
any
and then
points
still attribute
Yeah.
it to a man. What the fuck is wrong with you?
The whole
He's
prompt is you
inadequate.
trying to minimize men. What are you talking
screaming.
about?
His puking is inadequate.
No, I'm saying that 99% of innovation comes from men. So you're pointing out
Okay, so what we're
individual
gonna do is-
instances.
She thought she really said something of that. His puking, his what?
But the
Okay,
prompt is
Inability.
you
stop
need
unmuting
men.
yourself. Can you show
What a
yourself?
sad
Can
individual.
you just act like a grown adult, right? And just
I can hear that this particular woman here that's speaking now, Ash, is it? She's got a very annoying voice. So she's probably had one of them ones where the geezer just couldn't handle it. And he done a runner. He ran for the hills. I can already tell. Like, I've been here 7 minutes, and already her voice is very much grating on me. So I can only imagine how it'll be in a relationship sense. And on top of that, her entitlements and her lack of accountability. It's just, it sounds traumatizing and leading up to tragedy.
Can you
follow
just
some
make a
simple
point and stop
instructions.
whining and shaming
Why
and
don't
trying
you
to
follow
use...
some instructions,
Can you-
right?
can
and
you
just
make
be
a
quiet
point?
for a
Stop
second? Wait,
whining.
Can you just be quiet?
Make
so
a
we can have
point, stop
conversation?
whining and tone
Are we
policing.
just gonna need to keep muting you
Yeah,
like
tone
over and over
policing.
again?
He's so emotional. Get
Because
a
what
hold
we're
of
gonna walk
yourself.
through. Yeah. Do you need to hear like a list of inventions by women?
It's all shaming and tone policing. You're not making any
Would you-
points.
Wait, no, I'm not tone policing. I was just muting you. I was just silencing.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's literally that's probably even
what it
worse.
is,
I'm talking
yeah.
about, do women need men? Yes, women need men. To make
Can
any
you please
assumptions
be
outside
quiet
of that
for-
is
Hey,
silly.
listen,
Yeah.
sir, you're like really crashing out and getting really emotional.
No,
I
I'm
just
not.
need-
No, they don't understand. They're not getting it. They're not getting it.
This is
Dead.
content
Listen,
for me. This
listen,
is a
eyes on me. One,
this
two,
is
three.
a silly
1, 2,
game,
3.
but you're
Eyes
not.
on me.
But the
1,
problem
2,
is you're not
3.
making
Eyes
any
on me.
points.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath.
We're not in
In
school,
and
man.
out.
We're not in school. This is the real
And
world.
out. In.
This is the real world. Make a
and then
point.
out.
Make a point.
Okay, so in this world, in this world,
And yeah, what world?
women's voices are elevated and yours are shoved
Yeah, this
to
is
whatever
it. This is
place
on a
in the,
man.
in the,
This is
in
a
the,
man's
in
platform.
the,
Stop whining. Make your point.
Okay, how many seconds
Make
do
your
you
point.
need? Okay, how many seconds do you
Make
need
your
to get
point,
it all
cool
out?
teacher.
If we give you 30 seconds, will you then
Make
be
your point,
quiet or
school
what?
teacher. Explain to me how
Okay,
women
I'm gonna
don't
start
need
my
men.
timer.
You're making the claim.
Okay,
Look,
ready?
they're just muting
Okay, we're
me.
gonna unmute
Yeah,
you. You
yeah.
got 30 seconds to just puke it all up, man. Just like tell us. Ready? Okay.
TikTok friendly words. Go.
Go.
Okay, you're making the claim that women don't need men, yet you have not made a point as to how women do not need men. Make the point. This is all shaming, silly tactics to try to elude from getting to the point. You're insulting me before, right when I came on for no reason. Just make the point. Make a point. A solid
Do you feel,
argument
do
Yeah,
you
he's
feel
for how
right.
shame?
women could abstain
Are you
the
shamed?
Right.
uphold the infrastructure that men have created to protect women and society.
Yeah, silence.
Yeah, so
Complete and utter silence. Did you hear that? That's the truth right there. We heard it. Complete and utter silence.
again, women are completely capable of doing these things, and if men weren't around to inhibit them, they would just do it. And you don't have any proof to suggest that they wouldn't. And as a matter of fact, all I have is proof to show you.
But all right then, so where in history have we ever seen a thriving, and better woman-only society? We haven't. Don't say the Amazonian women in the forest, they don't exist.
That women have stepped up and they have done these things.
I'm
The
joking.
Show me
only
one
inhibitor
example of women
is
building a society. Of women
Yeah,
building a
that's
society,
it, yeah.
creating a political state. Show me one
Yeah,
example.
where one is way better than this patriarchal one. Obviously, this is their argument that society probably would be better if women were there alone. That's literally what they're alluding to. But they're saying they're hiding it under the guise of if men wasn't here, we'll be all right. So we would do it. Nah, I don't think so.
We've got Heidi
I think it would be
Lamar,
hellish.
Mary Anderson, Stephanie Kwolek, Grace Hopper, Nancy Johnson. I can open. Do you want to talk about them
I'm talking
individually?
about a point where women were exclusively creating their own societies without men building the infrastructure. It's never happened, and it never will because
well,
women
yeah,
need
there
men.
are. I mean, there are.
Yeah.
No, there
sure,
aren't.
There aren't.
No, there are not.
Where are they?
You're making that up.
You don't think think
No,
that there are
no,
societies that
no.
are matriarch?
No, not no.
Stop it. One answer is enough. You can stop throwing up words.
Are you
Yeah,
asking
no.
me for a place on
Calm
Earth
down.
where men don't exist? I'm confused.
No, I'm asking you for a time or an instance. I'm asking you for a time or an instance women were able to build a society, build a political sphere around it, and aid protection in that society and sustainability and maintenance.
Without
So in
men.
the Western Hemisphere or in the Western world, right? Like in the Western civilizations, right? We understand that we're ruled underneath the patriarchy. So that's kind of what we're talking about,
Yes,
right?
but the whole point is if women were so much better, then they wouldn't have to be ruled under the patriarchy.
Yeah, they would have their own society, right? And all we're simply asking is, where's the evidence of this marvelous society, woman-only society that doesn't need men? It doesn't exist and it won't exist. Same as there won't be a society when it's just only men, because we need each other. Don't they simply understand this thing, and don't they see and look in the mirror and see that they are actually tragically heartbroken themselves and are sitting there now blaming the world and in fact inviting the world in on their darkness? Don't they actually see that? I don't think they actually see that, and so I pity the fool, really.
Right. So men have ruled this through threat of, not because they're smarter or because they're greater. They've ruled this way through threat of violence.
Yeah, but what is that? But how does that demonstrate how women don't need men?
Well, if there was not a threat of violence, then women would be able to the reason women aren't getting into these positions is because men rule by power dominance and they rule by threat of violence.
Yeah,
they
but
don't rule by they don't rule by
Yeah, but then if you don't need men, then why would you live under such tyranny? Why would you live under such tyranny under men with such violence if women are so much better and could build a way better society than men, without needing men? Why haven't we ever seen that in history, where we've seen a woman-only society fully self-sustainable, safe, protected, got its own political thing. It hasn't happened, and it won't ever happen because we need each other. We need men to build the infrastructure. It's just what it is. Like, these women are heartbroken. They need to be checked on. They need to get the help they need. Clearly. Poor buggers.
Community. They don't.
I feel sorry for them again.
In a patriarchy, there is a leader, right? In a matriarchy, everybody has their roles.
No, matriarchies, there's still a leader.
Yeah.
Where? Can you tell me?
Well, the leader would be the matriarch. There's still hierarchy. Society is
more
hierarchy.
egalitarian than patriarchies.
They're
still more egalitarian than patriarchies.
Yeah, you can make that claim.
Stop talking. Seriously.
Yeah, the block out.
Just make the point.
Yap. My God.
Yeah, because you're wrong. You're losing.
I'm not wrong.
You're getting cooked. This is bad for you.
Because your mouth is running.
This is bad for you.
I have some follow-up questions. Do you think because black people weren't given credit for inventions that they had?
What the hell has this got to do with the topic at hand?
Like no.
I don't get it.
That they had no place in building the infrastructure in the United States.
No, I never said that.
Oh, okay. Well, but they don't, right? So like,
wait. What's the point? Now bring it full around. Make steel man your point. I'm trying to figure out your point here.
No, you need to steel man her point.
No, I don't.
That's for you to do,
right? Like,
quit tossing lingo you don't understand.
Okay, well, can she make her point more clear to me?
Then your question would be, give her a clarifying question.
Yes, please. Can you clarify the question that you're asking so I can answer it?
Yeah, white people predominantly have done everything. So then I would just say,
in Western society,
like black people, in Western society, they can't, according to your logic, right? Like they wouldn't be
what are they yapping about now?
Able to like rule a society by themselves, correct?
No, because there are places where black people rule their societies and their countries, but they're men still. The point is about men.
Yeah, I don't know how she brought black people into it. What is wrong with these people? They've got to be racist, innit?
Okay. But even in black cultures or in black,
they hate men and black people. What's wrong with them?
Black countries, predominantly African countries, they still are ruled by black men.
We're talking. Okay, Ash. Let's step away. Like we're a bunch of pasty people here. This is not our.
Yeah, what is going on? They realize they're even self-aware now. You guys, what are you talking about?
This is not our lane.
No, it's fine. I see the correlation she's making, but the whole point isn't about black or white or male or female. Really, I think we all need each other. But to believe that you don't need,
because women haven't done it in the past, and because men have had majority rule, that then they are the only ones who could do it, and we can't survive.
I get what she's saying. She's ultimately saying there's never been opportunity for women to do a matriarchy. But what I'm saying is, if it's so tyrannical under patriarchy, you would assume that women would leave and create their own matriarchal society without the need of men. They would say, I'm not living under this tyranny, I'm gone. And they would gather together and make their society, and you would see it throughout history. You would. If they were extremely capable of building infrastructures and political systems and etc. and all of that. But there's no evidence of it, because it's never happened, that's why. It's never happened.
Without that.
Just as the same, there's never been a society of just men without the need of women. No, they need each other. They need each other.
Well, it's because
right.
Yeah, well, here's the point that I'm trying to make. You can't allude that men are equal, men and women are equal and just as capable, but then also say that women have always been oppressed and under the rule of men.
Yeah.
If women were just as capable, why have they always been oppressed and under the rule of?
Yeah, if they are just as capable, then they would wage war upon men. They would wage war upon men. They would meet man's violence with violence, right? And then take the monopoly of violence, which is clearly to men. Men have the monopoly on violence. So you would fight men. You would destroy men. Then so you could be the more violent and predominant force if you can do it just as good as men, right?
We apply your logic to two different societies. Like, if we apply that logic back to the thing that I do not want to talk about.
And having equal rights and
What?
being equal.
Again, she's bringing the race in there, the other one. Yeah, it's really strange. It is really, really strange.
Are not the
It seems like there's two people speaking through that one channel, right? The Ash channel.
same thing.
We don't have equal
said,
rights.
Nobody said that men and women are identically equal.
We don't have equal rights. Women have more rights than men because we
Where?
understand that we're not equal. So point.
Where?
Well,
Where?
women don't have to register for the draft in order to go to in order to vote. That's an exclusively female privilege.
We've put in legislation to dismantle the draft completely and to add women, and your
So dismantle it or add it. What one is it?
party of patriarchy is the one who keeps shooting that down.
Yeah, well, yeah, because we understand
Yeah.
there's differences,
Shut
but
the fuck up.
yeah,
Nobody's
but that's
talking
because
to
we
you, and I will
understand the
stand
difference.
tenfold about what I'm saying, and it's that logic.
Yeah,
okay?
it's
So
because
shut
we
the fuck up.
understand that women are not.
Yeah, then again, shut the fuck up. That's all. They're very violent. They're a very, very violent people, these lot. Heartbroken and violence it's a very bad mixture. Tragedy and violent nature. Ooh. That's a catastrophe, that is.
Capable at war as protecting as
It's a
men.
time
That's
bomb,
the whole
that is.
point. Yeah, I don't
From
think that
what?
women should be on the front
From what?
lines, but that's a biological
Why
disadvantage
should,
that you
women,
have.
why should women go to the front lines for wars that men started?
They shouldn't. That's the whole point, and it doesn't matter
They
who starts
shouldn't
it.
go,
You have
yeah.
to
If we
defend.
didn't have men, so if we didn't have men starting wars, then we wouldn't need women to
Oh,
go to
all right, so it's back to this. It's then this one again, the fairy tale one of men starting wars, and yes, it's so childish that we're missing the point, isn't it?
front lines.
No,
there
yeah,
wouldn't
you would
be
still
wars.
need women to go to the front lines. You still have to deal with nature. You're gonna have something to fight against because violence is the underlying principle of
So
nature.
what
Yeah.
are you talking about?
Things have to eat.
Are you saving people from drowning in a
Things
tsunami?
things have to eat, so they have to be more violent than the things that they eat. Violence is an underlying principle of
What are
nature.
you talking
Yes.
about? So now you're just advocating for violence.
No,
I
I'm
said,
not.
so
I'm
you're
saying that it's
circling
a.
No, it's part of nature. Oh,
I'm saying it's the underlying
the
principle.
reason men rule
Oh,
is because they are
God.
violent.
We're more
Why do
capable
you
of it.
think-
Yes, that's the point that I'm
stop,
making.
Stop. One,
the mute again.
like, we hear every single day, right? We hear every single day that men aren't more violent than we are, that we're actually just as violent. Dude, if you're fucking Mike, like, you should never not be needing to try and say anything while I'm talking, right? Like, we hear every day that it's not.
It's a dictatorship. This is a deadly. So as I say, man, I would be so terrified of society ruled by people like this. Oh my God, man, it would be brutal.
Men's problem that they're violent. It's women's problem that they're violent.
Deadly,
and furthermore,
man.
that we inflict so much fucking violence that they should definitely be afraid of us. Like, they totally, like, want to divert the conversation to make women the worst things on the planet. But here you are saying, with half of the argument being identical in that women need men, and then saying women need men because they're weaker and not at all violent. So, like, one,
I never said
struggle,
they're
and
not
two,
at all violent.
if you think we're conditioned differently than y'all,
No,
the
no,
visions
no.
I have in my head of the things
Nah.
that I would do.
See, they've misheard it and then they've aligned it with their heartbreak. That's what I suspect is going on here. They're heartbroken, obviously, but I feel like they're aligning everything with their previous heartbreak experience. And so it's sort of muddy in the waters here.
To people that have harmed me are
They're not hearing things correctly. They're hearing it through the filter of their tragedy. And so they're receiving just bad memories and bad feelings or whatever it is bullshit that they're dealing with. They've got to go and deal with it. And again, stop opposing this darkness onto society. This is not what society thinks. That women don't need men. That's ridiculous. We all know that we need each other. You and your echo chamber are heartbroken and need to be sorted out. It's evident.
terrifying, right?
You're not
Because I've got
capable
all
of it,
of
though.
that deep in me, but I am healthy
Yeah.
enough and I've been conditioned to suppress it because my dad told me I needed to act like a fucking lady.
So here it is. We've found the crux of the issue with this particular person, this chatter. They've got an issue with their dad. We got there in the end, guys. We got there in the end. This isn't a psychology course or anything like that. But people will reveal their hand eventually. through discourse. That's why a lot of them get fed up and are unable to actually have discourse. I'm actually impressed with this young lady because she was able to at least talk, even with the insults and muting him and shaming him. Even with that, we got over that and we got there in the end. It's issues with her dad. So this stems from issues with her father. You can hear it.
Right? So because my dad told me I needed to act like a fucking lady.
Yeah.
Right? So
Nope, it's because you're not capable.
Do not assume that women are not capable of the same level of fucking horror that men inflict. We're just trained to keep it on the DL, and we're trained to manage our emotions better.
Trained by the patriarchy, I guess that would be.
Like, you've got to fucking stop this shit.
If we were all like Eileen Ornos.
Yeah, they're really hurt, clearly showing daddy issues. See, we find out eventually.
You're lucky.
Okay, so women have.
All we want is equality.
Oh, okay, blah blah, bloobity blue, bloobity blue. You couldn't. That's the whole point you're making.
Sorry, pardon me. And there we go. They kicked him. Yeah, it's a shame with these sort of people. Another great video from Poor Man's. It'll be pinned down there in the description. Yeah, so we could see, we found out there, we got there in the end with the crux of the situation with that young lady, or they, them, or whatever they identify as these days. But we figured it out that the crux of the issue with this young lady is issues with her father. So this is where they come from. So we're able to see that that's where her hatred for men stems from. It simply is an issue she has, a deep-seated issue, it seems, that she has with her father. And I would wager that all the other women in the group, although a lot of them kept muting and were just listening because they knew what he was saying was essentially true, the other young ladies in there, I would wager that they too have gone through a similar thing, whether it's their father, a family member, a ex-husband, a boyfriend. Something has gone wrong in their life with a man, and they've not been able to resolve it within themselves. They've not looked in the mirror and been able to resolve it with themselves and come to a peaceful conclusion. They've let it fester inside of them and let them bother them. Maybe they was in the wrong. Whatever the situation is, that's their situation, and they must sort it out, essentially. But they've ignored that, essentially, and they've said, no, I am not going to face the situation that's happened to me, and I'm just going to continuously bury it. Well, as we are aware, the chickens always come home to roost, ladies and gentlemen. The chickens always come home to roost, and you will have to face that eventually. That's always the way it is. That's just the way life is. It's not me making it up. It's just the way it is, sadly. But yeah, another great video from Poor Man's podcast. It will be pinned, as I say. And yeah, keep it up, man. I think he's doing a great job. It's great going in there and asking simple questions in order to discover actually the crux of the situation with these people. And a lot of it stems from personal trauma or unresolved issues within them. And yeah, one can only hope that these sort of people seek the help that they need and begin that journey of self-healing. And that's the only thing I can really hope for. Again, as I say, I am on their side, essentially. Ultimately, I'm on the side of these people that are faced with these sort of situations. I'm on their side and I'm rooting for them, and I know they can do it eventually. You'll get there in the end. It's all right. Don't worry about it. But anyway,